Hello people. Yes, it is a Monday. Awesome stuff. Now, just got into work and found out that there is in fact a another lockdown, a 3-day lockdown. They're waiting for genome sequencing because there was one community case which was related to a peer hospital, and then there's more cases that they're not quite sure where they got it from, and they're waiting for the genome sequencing to confirm where it's related to and where they have come from. So I went to the Facebook Queensland Health, and they have a little live stream there that was on not long ago, and I'm waiting for the actual update on the Queensland Health website regarding the lockdown, and what needs to be done, all that sort of stuff. I mean, pretty much just going back 3 days, starting from 5 p.m. this arvo. So don't panic buy. Shops are still open. You're allowed to go out and get your regular stuff. I mean, there's quite a few things you're allowed to go out of your house for. Work, medical stuff and appointments, buying essentials, so shops are still open. Takeaway shops are still open. There is mask wearing outside of the home, in public. But again, people don't approach others and start abusing them if they're not wearing a mask. They could have a medical reason, and that is an issue, and it has been called as is an issue for like the compliance officers to say, hey, do you have a medical condition, blah blah blah. Just stay away from them, like avoid them, don't get close to them, maintain like 1.5 meters distance from them, you know. Don't go up and approach people, because they're like, might just be like, I'm gonna duck out. They've got a medical condition, they've got to do stuff, and it makes an already tense situation worse if you do that. And no doubt these people are also sick and tired of having to have people approach them all the time about it. So they ended up like just not going out, which is also bad for them. But anyway, just keep calm. Things are pretty much the same with a lot of people. Panic buying is unnecessary. You can still go to work. Masks in public. You just can't go out to eat at places, or if you do go out, it's sit down only. Yeah, not that much difference, I would say. They are doing some contact tracing, and there may be a few places that need to contact trace. So just have a look at the government websites for the areas that they're contact tracing, and also please go to the government website and read very carefully what they're saying the restrictions are for the lockdown, because there's a lot of people that will panic and say things, even things on the live, from the live to the actual official lockdown may change in a few hours once, because they're continually getting information in, so they will amend that information and put it into writing and update on the website and go by that. I mean, a lot of information come in from here to website update, or in a few hours they could find it was worse or not as bad as first thought, so they will amend the restrictions as they go, and they will update them as they go. So rather than cause a huge lot of panic, go to primary source, go to the website. I'm waiting for the website to be properly updated with contact tracing information, and for the official guidelines. So as a preliminary, things start off at 5 p.m. today. The website should be updated in not very long time, so people can prepare if they really need to. It shouldn't really be necessary. Should all have pretty much a working household, unless you like to let things run out before you get them. So keep calm, wear rubber, No panicking. But other than that, very awesomely good day, awesome weekend. I chilled out and watched a movie called The One. Well, not a movie, a TV series called The One, English, and it was really interesting about using genetic sequencing to find the one person that you're guaranteed to be genetically compatible with in pretty much every way, which raised a lot of interesting questions about is it just the whole nature versus nurture kind of thing? Um, do you just go by genetics and say, oh, it's not my fault, it's genetics that I'm attracted to these people or this person? Um, or do you go, no, no, I find this other person attractive not just because of my genetics, but because of other things? Like, I find them intellectually stimulating, they fascinate me, like, all that sort of stuff. It is very interesting to watch. I recommend that you watch it. I binge watched it. I found it so interesting that I binge watched it. But it might not be for everybody because it is kind of like a, a drama, science fiction, alternate reality kind of thing. So that's one I recommend for people who are interested in that kind of philosophical science fiction, alternate reality, thinking that they would just like to really get into. So it's a bit of like a crime thing as well. Anyway, I gotta go, get back to work. There's people wanting stuff off me. Okay? Hope you guys had a good weekend. For those people in Queensland, please check your check the government websites. Check that you've got a couple of spare masks around. And yeah, don't panic. And keep calm. Stay kinky. Bye.